we're trying to submit, make sure that everybody knows their demands, Microsoft commands.
Right, and then that simulates the work environment too. You're getting emails from your boss and your coworkers asking you to accomplish a task. Hey, check out this attachment, and then send it back to me after you approved it. Well, there's not a Google Classroom that where all of the assignments that you have for the day are listed. You want them to be able to manage their inboxes, manage their tasks. So, yeah. Another question?
Yeah, me? I'm sorry. I'm Ben, and I'm just kind of trying to see how I can use this to help my clients. Because we're getting this giant push of people saying, I want to work from home, I want to work from home, and that's all that they're saying, but I don't think that people really know what it means to work from home. I think that they're like, yeah, I have like 6 cups of coffee, and I'll check my email, and lunchtime.
Yeah.
But what I'm curious about is, are students able to recognize, like, hey, this is not working for me at all, like I didn't know what it meant to work from home, to sit down for 8 hours straight, and to be focused? And if they're able to do that, how often does that happen?
Yeah, like what's your rate of success and rate of attrition?
Jan, do you want to answer that?
We've only had in all the classes one person drop out.
Okay.
It's really astounding.
And that is, and I contribute that to our assessment process.
You said you have to apply to get in, is that correct?
We verbally say it, and then we send it to them in writing how long they're going to be in. You said, a lot of people think working at home means, oh, I can work on my schedule.
Right.
And that's not what working at home means.
Right.
Working at home means you're just working in a different environment.
Yeah.
But you have to develop that discipline to say, I'm going to go to my computer, if I had create an office, and I'm going to do, work. Now, you can't work without supervision. You're going to have difficulty working in an environment. But we've had, like I said, that 56%, that speaks high volumes to me. But mirroring the workplace and making it fast-paced and making it you're on. The students are in class and engaged from 8:30 to 4:30. And
I'm seeing maybe I can use like part of what you're doing for maybe 1 day a week or something for all these students who are like, I've got to work from home, that's what everybody's telling me I have to do, to just kind of show the students what that really means. So thank you. That was yours there.
good, right?
I'm curious so as instructors, are you working in the office or are you working from home? How is that working for you?
Both. She asked if we were working at home or in the office, and it's both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
What virtual platform do you use for the classes?
Right now we're using Zoom, but we're looking at migrating to Teams. But Zoom has been working well for us.
Because I know some businesses also use Teams solely, and so I didn't know if you taught both virtual platforms, but I would imagine that would be difficult in a 2-week course. So
No, but we are looking at maybe migrating to Teams so that because that's more of, again, a Microsoft platform. But
Right, and Teams has some elements, some features that are not available in Zoom, like the document sharing and phone calls directly to people. So that, because so many organizations are using that, and that's how people are sharing documents and working collaboratively on a team in a group message, it's important that we're able to expose people to those concepts too.
People need access to so many of these different platforms. You may want to consider mixing it up even a little bit, like having 1 day in one, just so that they get that variety.
Yeah, that's a great idea. The suggestion was to mix it up So one day you're in Zoom and then the other day you're in Teams. And that's a really good point because
That's a
sometimes.
really good one for the train the trainers.
Because you might have a meeting that's on Google Meet.
We'll steal that idea.
That's great, thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think we have, oh, no, we don't have time for any more questions. We have time.
Can I ask one thing?
One final question.
One final, You-
I missed the very beginning. Is this just for people in Texas, or what states do you have a contract with, or how, like, if we wanted to utilize you as, for our state, I'm from Missouri.
We would love to do that. We would love any opportunities to expand the scope. We've worked with people in Massachusetts and.
we're a nationwide program.
Okay, that's what I'm.
Yeah. And we will, just contact us.
Yeah, I will, I just wanted.
So that wraps up the content of the session. The exhibit hall is still open, so if you're not packed and about to leave for the airport, feel free to take our quiz. It's a 5-question quiz on shortcut commands to see how well you know your shortcut keys. And then if you take it, you can go by our booth and get a pin that'll show off how much you love assistive technology. And we also are giving away these t-shirts, so go by and get some freebies. And that's booth 801, or 804, excuse me, 804. And the closing code for ACVREP is green66, that's GREEN 66. And then the conference is on the app. There's an opportunity to give feedback, and we would love to know how we did, if there's anything we can do to improve. We're constantly thinking about what can we do better. So please provide feedback. We would love to know.
You guys were great.
Thank you. Is this free card? The fees are $1,750, so $1,750, and then the 4-week courses are $3,500. There's $1,750 times 2. And we have seen folk rehab pay for that, and many employers also willing to pay for that because of the dramatic improvement in confidence and competence and efficiency. And I'll share, before joining the team, I had been a magnification user. I need to master all of the assistive technology, and so I started using screen readers. And I'm just a believer, I've been converted. The commands that we teach in our programs can transform your efficiency and your confidence that this is correct, that I don't have a bunch of typos, that I haven't transposed my numbers, that I sound, the message is coming across the way that I intend it to sound. And anyway, it's just phenomenal, the difference it can make. Any other questions?
Yes, there's one hand.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you had your mouth.
So you were saying they're engaged a very long time. But you said you use the breakout rooms. So how long are they together? Then how long do they breakout rooms for? Kind of how does the day look, I guess?
I mean, there's a whole lot of things that we do. We decided we didn't want to share a whole curriculum with you. But we do a lecture, and then when they go in on a new command or several commands, and then they go to the breakout rooms, and they have an assignment that will either they have to do that assignment, and it may be just answering questions, or it may be creating something, and or drills. Drills is verbal drills is very favorite with them. So like I said, we use 2 or 3 different formats.
Right, so there would be instruction and demonstration. So, for example, Jan might be sharing her screen and her sound, and then demonstrating, let's say, formatting in Word, for example, and we're talking about creating lists and editing those lists. So we would demonstrate that, we would talk about the keyboard commands, and then we might cover one other element of formatting. And then we'd say, okay, we're gonna send you to your rooms, and you do the assignment that's labeled 10:30 to 11:30, or assignment number 3. And so then they go, it's a very quick, it's not something that's gonna take an hour. It's like 10 minutes for them to complete the assignment. And those are timed too, and I don't think we mentioned that. The tasks
Everything's
are timed.
yes.
So that also mirrors the workplace. If your boss sends you something, you need to get it done. So that mirrors that expectation that you're in and you're out and you're moving quickly. So the tasks are timed, we send them to their breakout rooms, then we call them back and we say, okay, now we're moving on. And we have built in some and then the other element, I'd say like Jan mentioned, the drills. We might just say, okay, we're gonna drill really quickly. If we've covered a ton of information and it doesn't quite feel like the students are that they're confident with what they're doing, we'll say, okay, we're gonna drill. And so then Brittany will come in and she'll say, okay guys, tell me what the command is to add a bullet list in Microsoft Word. Tell me what the command is to clear all the formatting. Tell me what the command is to put everything to normal style. Just really quick. And that's a trade secret.
Yeah.
We have some really fun things that we do with our students.
Yeah.
Really cool, really fun, engaging things that we do. You'll have to take our class.
Take our class. Take our class.
I'm sorry to be okay.
Yeah, we really talked about how much we were going to share, and that was one of them. You can, if you really think about it, cultivate that culture. You can.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is if you're a passionate instructor, and also listening to your students, and you listen, you go, okay, so this person is struggling in this area, I gotta make sure I drill on that before the day's out. And we do. By the end of the day, everybody's getting the questions, specific questions that they need.
We still have time if there are any other questions.
They got quiet when you said,
How long has your program been running?
since
Universities.
2018. Yeah, we went virtual, thankfully, before the pandemic.
Yeah.
We had a need. We had so many people say, "I'm just a month away from my children," and so we just started brainstorming with our IT department and with Zoom, and we developed the curriculum. Yes, ma'am.
Do y'all use maybe a similar modality, maybe not the same time frame and things like that for any of your other scopes, like ABLs or counseling or job readiness, anything like that? Like,
Amy's here.
We do not heard about. But we're open to anything. I never like to say no. I like to say, how can we help? So we are up for any conversation.
All right, well, thank you all so much for being here. This is the last session of the conference, so we know, oh, is there one more?
No, that was me just.
I mean, like it's, we set our expectations for attendance really low. So thank you, it really means a lot that you're here and for your participation. So y'all have.
You've been a good audience.
Absolutely. Thank you,
guys.
guys.